Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Truly ready? Not just for the answers you've been seeking, but for the profound truths that could change everything about your life. That's the power of revelation. It's not a whisper, it's a wake-up call. Being ready for revelation starts with a posture of anticipation. You don't stumble upon truth by accident. You must position yourself for it, prepare your heart, and expect it to come. When you walk through life with open hands, you're saying, I'm ready to receive something greater than I've ever imagined. But let me tell you something about revelation. It doesn't come to the comfortable. It challenges you. It disrupts your routines, confronts your doubts, and calls you higher. Revelation asks, are you willing to change? Are you prepared to let go of what's familiar to step into what's divine? If you want clarity, you must silence the noise. The world is full of distractions that drown out the voice of wisdom. Turn down the volume on comparison, on doubt, on fear. Focus your heart and mind so that when the truth comes, it has your full attention. And let's talk about fear for a moment. Revelation will stretch you, and growth is rarely comfortable. But you must choose faith over fear. Fear says, stay where it's safe. Faith says, step into the unknown. Because the unknown is where transformation happens. But here's the thing, revelation is useless without action. It's not enough to hear, you have to move. Don't just nod your head and say, that's good, do something about it. Change your habits. Speak the truth. Take the first step. Lastly, trust the process. Revelation doesn't come all at once. It's like the dawn. It starts with a faint light on the horizon and grows brighter with time. Stay patient. What you need will be revealed in the right moment. And when it comes, you'll be ready not just to see it, but to seize it. Are you ready for revelation? The moment is closer than you think. Don't miss it. Stay expectant, stay open, and watch how your life begins to shift in ways you never dreamed possible. Anticipation is the foundation for receiving revelation. Think about it. How can you be ready to grasp something profound if you're not actively expecting it? When we talk about being ready for revelation, it's not about waiting passively for life to unfold. It's about positioning yourself with an attitude that says, I know something significant is on its way, and I am here for it. Revelation doesn't often come to the unprepared. Imagine planting seeds in a field, but never tending to them, no watering, no care, just a vague hope that something might grow. That's what happens when we live without anticipation. You miss opportunities for growth and insight because your heart and mind aren't in a posture to receive. Being ready for revelation means you're not just waiting for the seed to grow, you're actively creating the conditions for it to thrive. The truth is, we all want answers. We want clarity about our future, our purpose, and the challenges we face. But here's the catch: revelation is not something that simply lands in your lap while you sit idle. It's a response to your expectation. When you open your heart and create space in your life for something greater, you're telling the universe or whatever higher power you believe in that you're ready to receive. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a mindset shift that invites transformation. Think of a child on their birthday, eagerly waiting to open their presents. There's joy in the waiting because they know something good is coming. That same childlike expectancy is what you need when preparing for revelation. You might not know exactly what's in store, but you believe it will be meaningful. This belief ignites a sense of purpose and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Anticipation also requires intentionality. It's not just about saying, I hope something happens. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy toward what you're expecting. If you're seeking clarity in your career, for example, you can't just wish for direction while staying stuck in the same patterns. You need to engage, whether it's through learning, networking, or exploring new opportunities. Your actions signal your readiness for insight. One of the biggest obstacles to anticipation is doubt. We've all faced moments when our expectations have been unmet, leaving us hesitant to hope again. But here's the thing, doubt and anticipation cannot coexist. Doubt keeps you looking at the past, replaying failures and disappointments, while anticipation fixes your gaze forward. It says, what's ahead is greater than what's behind. To embrace anticipation fully, you must let go of the doubts that weigh you down. Another key aspect of anticipation is patience. Revelation doesn't operate on your timetable. Sometimes the answers you seek take time to unfold, and that can be frustrating. But patience doesn't mean passivity, it means trusting the process while staying engaged. Anticipation is about being proactive, not passive. You prepare, you act, you pray, you seek, and then you wait with expectation, not despair. Anticipation is also contagious. When you live with an open heart and a mindset of expectancy, it inspires others. People are drawn to those who radiate hope and purpose. Your anticipation becomes a source of encouragement for those around you, creating a ripple effect of positivity and momentum. Ultimately, to embrace anticipation is to live in a state of readiness. It's a commitment to being open, present, and engaged with life. When you anticipate revelation, you're not just preparing for insight, you're aligning yourself with growth, transformation, and the endless possibilities that come with being open to what's next. It's an active choice to believe that your life is unfolding in ways that matter, and that revelation is always within reach if you're willing to see it. Revelation is transformative by nature. It doesn't come to affirm what you already know or keep you comfortable in the status quo. It comes to disrupt, challenge, and move you toward growth. To be ready for revelation, you must prepare for change, because the insights you receive often require action, adjustment, and even sacrifice. Revelation isn't meant to leave you as you are. It's meant to propel you into who you're becoming. Change is uncomfortable for most of us, yet it's the very essence of progress. Think about how the seasons change. Each one requires the earth to adapt and transition. Leaves fall, the ground hardens, and eventually flowers bloom again. The same is true for you. When a revelation comes, it signals the need for a shift, and resisting that shift only delays the growth and purpose that await on the other side. One of the greatest challenges in preparing for change is letting go of what's familiar. Familiarity is safe, it's predictable. But revelation doesn't operate within the confines of your comfort zone. It asks you to release old mindsets, habits, and sometimes even relationships that no longer align with the new direction being revealed to you. This process can be painful because it involves detaching from what once felt secure. However, clinging to what no longer serves you only prevents you from stepping into the fullness of what could be. Change also requires humility. Revelation often shines a light on areas of your life where growth is needed. It may reveal blind spots or challenge deeply held beliefs. In these moments, humility is key. Instead of resisting or defending your position, embrace the opportunity to learn and evolve. Growth is a sign of life, and the willingness to adapt and transform is what keeps you moving forward. Preparing for change also means embracing uncertainty. Revelation rarely provides the entire roadmap at once. Instead, it gives you just enough insight to take the next step. This can feel unsettling, especially if you're someone who likes to have everything planned out. But faith and trust are essential components of navigating change. You don't need to see the whole picture to take the first step. You just need to trust that the revelation you've received is leading you towards something greater. Another crucial aspect of preparing for change is developing resilience. Change, even when it's positive, can be overwhelming. It can bring challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Resilience allows you to stay grounded and focused even when the process feels difficult. Remember, transformation is rarely linear. It's a journey with twists and turns. The key is to keep moving forward, trusting that each step is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. It's also important to surround yourself with support during times of change. Revelation may call you to make bold moves that others don't understand. You might face criticism or resistance from those who are more comfortable with who you've been than who you're becoming. This is why it's vital to seek out people who encourage your growth and share your vision for the future. Their support can make all the difference as you navigate the challenges of change. Finally, preparing for change requires gratitude. It's easy to focus on the discomfort or uncertainty that change brings, but don't lose sight of the gift that revelation represents. Each new insight is an opportunity to grow, to align more fully with your purpose, and to experience life on a deeper level. When you approach change with gratitude, you shift your perspective from fear to excitement, from resistance to readiness. Revelation is a doorway to transformation, but you must be willing to walk through it. Preparing for change isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. The growth, freedom, and fulfillment that come from stepping into the new far outweigh the discomfort of letting go of the old. Be ready. Be open and trust that the change you're preparing for is leading you towards something extraordinary. Revelation thrives in clarity, and clarity cannot coexist with chaos. If you want to be ready for revelation, you must learn to silence the noise that fills your mind and crowds your life. Noise doesn't just come from the outside world, it also comes from within. It's the constant hum of distractions, doubts, fears, and competing priorities that make it difficult to discern what truly matters. If you're not intentional about creating space for clarity, the noise will drown out the still, small voice of revelation. The world we live in is louder than ever. Social media, 24-hour news cycles, endless notifications, and the pressure to always be connected contribute to a constant state of mental overload. This noise is not just external, it seeps into your thoughts, influencing your decisions and shaping your outlook. If you don't take control of this noise, it can leave you feeling scattered, overwhelmed, and unable to focus on the insights and truths that are trying to emerge in your life. Silencing the noise begins with awareness. You must recognize what's distracting you and identify the sources of noise in your life. Is it the endless scroll through social media, the opinions of others that cloud your judgment, the internal dialogue of self-doubt or fear of failure? Noise can take many forms, but it all has one effect. It pulls your attention away from what matters most. Once you're aware of the noise, you can begin to address it. One of the most effective ways to silence the noise is to practice stillness. Stillness doesn't necessarily mean sitting in silence for hours, but it does mean creating intentional moments of quiet in your day. These moments allow you to step away from the chaos and reconnect with yourself. Whether it's through meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in nature, stillness gives you the mental space to hear the whispers of revelation. Distractions often masquerade as productivity. You might think you're being productive by staying busy, but busyness without purpose is just another form of noise. To silence the noise, you need to prioritize what truly matters. This means setting boundaries, saying no to things that don't align with your goals, and being intentional about where you direct your energy. When you focus on what's essential, you create room for revelation to take root. Silencing the noise also involves addressing the internal chatter. Your inner voice can either be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. Negative self-talk, overthinking, and worry can create a mental fog that blocks revelation. To quiet this internal noise, practice self-compassion and mindfulness. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations of truth and possibility. When doubts arise, remind yourself that you don't have to have everything figured out to take the next step. Relationships can also be a source of noise. The opinions and expectations of others can cloud your judgment and make it difficult to discern your own path. While it's important to seek wise counsel, you must also be discerning about whose voices you allow to influence you. Surround yourself with people who support your growth and align with your values. And don't be afraid to distance yourself from relationships that bring unnecessary noise into your life. Silencing the noise isn't about escaping reality or ignoring responsibilities. It's about creating an environment where clarity and insight can flourish. It's about tuning out the distractions that pull you in 100 different directions so you can focus on the one thing that matters most in the moment. Revelation comes when your mind is quiet enough to listen. Your heart is open enough to receive, and your spirit is still enough to recognize the truth. In a noisy world, silence is a superpower. It allows you to filter out the unnecessary, tune into what's meaningful, and align yourself with your purpose. When you silence the noise, you don't just create space for revelation, you create space for transformation. And in that space, you'll find the clarity and direction you've been searching for. Revelation often calls you to step into the unknown, to embrace a future you can't yet fully see. That's why it requires faith, and why fear is its greatest adversary. Fear whispers that you're not ready, that the unknown is too risky, that the cost of change is too high. But faith speaks a different language. It says you don't have to know all the answers, you just have to trust the one who does. You don't have to see the whole picture, you just have to take the next step. To be ready for revelation, you must choose faith over fear. Fear is a powerful force. It thrives on uncertainty, magnifying your doubts and making the obstacles seem insurmountable. It tells you to stay where it's safe, where things are familiar and predictable. But the truth is, nothing great has ever been achieved from a place of comfort. Revelation isn't meant to keep you in the shallow waters, it's meant to call you out into the deep. And it's there, in the deep, that faith becomes essential. Faith doesn't eliminate fear, but it gives you the courage to move forward in spite of it. It's not about pretending you're not afraid. It's about choosing to trust that what lies ahead is greater than what you're leaving behind. Faith is the willingness to take a step even when you can't see the entire path. It's believing that the revelation you've received is guiding you towards something meaningful, even if it feels uncertain or uncomfortable. Fear often disguises itself as practicality. It tells you to wait until the timing is perfect, until you're more prepared, or until you have every detail figured out. But perfect conditions rarely exist, and waiting for them only delays the growth and transformation that revelation brings. Faith, on the other hand, says start where you are with what you have. It's not about having all the answers, it's about trusting the process and taking the first step, even if it feels small or insignificant. One of the biggest challenges in choosing faith over fear is the fear of failure. What if you step out and it doesn't work? What if you make the wrong choice or fall short of your goal? These are valid questions, but they're rooted in a misunderstanding of what failure really is. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to it. Every misstep, every click, every closed door is an opportunity to learn, grow, and recalibrate. Faith allows you to see failure not as an endpoint, but as part of the journey toward revelation and transformation. Fear also tries to isolate you. It tells you that you're alone in your struggle, that no one else understands what you're facing. But faith reminds you that you're never truly alone, whether it's the support of loved ones, the guidance of mentors, or the presence of a higher power. Faith connects you to something greater than yourself. It gives you the strength to move forward, knowing that you're supported and guided every step of the way. Choosing faith over fear doesn't mean the journey will be easy. There will be challenges, doubts, and moments of uncertainty. But it does mean that you're willing to trust in the process, to believe that the revelation you've received is worth pursuing, even when the path is unclear. Faith keeps you anchored, reminding you that the discomfort of growth is temporary, but the rewards of transformation are eternal. In the end, faith is about surrender. It's about letting go of the need to control every detail and trusting that what's unfolding is for your good. It's about believing that the revelation you've received is part of a bigger plan, one that's designed to bring you closer to your purpose and potential. When you choose faith over fear, you're not just ready for revelation, you're ready to step into the fullness of what's possible. And that's where true transformation begins. Revelation without action is wasted potential. It's not enough to gain insight, to experience an epiphany, or to finally understand a truth that has been trying to reveal itself. Revelation demands a response. It's a call to move, to change, to align your actions with the clarity you've been given. To be ready for revelation means being ready to act, because insight that isn't followed by action will eventually fade, leaving you exactly where you started. Action is where transformation happens. Receiving a revelation is the beginning of a process, not the end of it. It's like planting a seed. You can't just drop it in the soil and walk away, hoping for a harvest. You must water it, nurture it, and tend to it consistently. Similarly, revelation requires follow-through. It's the spark that lights the fire, but it's your actions that keep the flame alive and growing. One of the most significant barriers to acting on revelation is overthinking. You may receive a powerful insight or a clear direction, but instead of moving forward, you hesitate. You analyze every possibility, weigh every risk, and try to predict every outcome. While reflection has its place, overthinking can paralyze you. It creates a cycle of doubt and indecision that keeps you stuck. Revelation isn't about having all the answers. It's about taking the first step and trusting that the path will unfold as you move forward. Another common obstacle is fear of failure. What if you act on the revelation and things don't go as planned? What if you step out and fall short? These fears are natural, but they can't be allowed to dictate your response. Every action you take, even if it doesn't lead to immediate success, teaches you something valuable. Failure is not the enemy of revelation, inaction is. By taking steps, you're showing that you're willing to grow, to learn, and to keep moving toward your purpose. Acting on revelation often requires courage. It may call you to step into unfamiliar territory, to take risks, or to make changes that others don't understand. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward despite the fear. It's about trusting the revelation you've received, believing that it's leading you towards something meaningful, and refusing to let fear hold you back. Clarity without action also leads to frustration. There's a deep sense of dissatisfaction that comes from knowing what you need to do, but not doing it. You may feel stuck, restless, or even guilty because the insight you've received keeps pressing on your heart. This tension exists to push you into motion. The discomfort of inaction is a sign that it's time to move, to trust, and to act on the revelation you've been given. It's also important to remember that action doesn't have to be grand or perfect. Sometimes the smallest steps lead to the biggest breakthroughs. You don't have to have everything figured out or wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are with what you have and do what you can. Every action, no matter how small, creates momentum. And momentum builds confidence, clarity, and progress. Revelation is also meant to be shared. Acting on what you receive often involves impacting others. It may mean sharing your story, using your insight to help someone else, or contributing to a cause bigger than yourself. When you act on revelation, you're not only transforming your own life, you're creating ripples of change that extend far beyond you. Ultimately, acting on revelation is about aligning your actions with your purpose. It's about taking what you've been given and using it to move forward, grow, and create something meaningful. Revelation is a gift, but it's a gift that comes with responsibility. When you act on what you receive, you honor the insight, you honor the process, and you open the door to even greater revelations. So don't let fear, doubt, or hesitation hold you back. Take the step, move forward, and watch how your actions turn revelation into transformation. Revelation is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. Life is dynamic, and the insights you need today may evolve as you grow, change, and face new challenges. To truly be ready for revelation, you must adopt a mindset that remains open to continuous learning and discovery. Revelation is not the finish line. It's a series of moments that guide you forward, each building on the last and preparing you for what's to come. Staying open to continuous revelation requires humility. It's tempting to believe that once you've received a profound insight, you've arrived. But revelation is not about reaching a destination, it's about navigating a journey. The moment you think you've learned everything you need to know, you close yourself off to further growth. Humility keeps you in a posture of learning, reminding you that there is always more to discover, more to understand, and more to apply. One of the greatest challenges to staying open is the tendency to cling to what you already know. Familiarity can be comforting, but it can also become a barrier to deeper revelation. New insights often require you to reevaluate old beliefs, adjust your perspective, and sometimes even start over. This process can feel unsettling, but it's a necessary part of growth. Staying open means being willing to let go of the old to make room for the new, trusting that each revelation is taking you closer to your purpose. Another key to remaining open is curiosity. A curious heart is always seeking, always asking questions, and always looking for the next layer of understanding. Curiosity keeps you engaged with life and attuned to the lessons it has to offer. When you approach each day with a sense of wonder and a willingness to explore, you position yourself to receive revelations in unexpected ways. Curiosity turns even ordinary moments into opportunities for insight and discovery. Staying open also means being willing to embrace the unknown. Revelation often comes in ways you don't expect, through people you didn't anticipate, or in situations that challenge you. If you're too rigid in your expectations, you might miss the insights that are right in front of you. Flexibility is essential. It allows you to adapt, to see possibilities where others see obstacles, and to recognize revelation even in the midst of uncertainty. Continuous revelation also requires patience. Insights don't always come on your timeline, and the answers you seek may not arrive when you want them to. Patience keeps you grounded, reminding you that the process of revelation is unfolding exactly as it should. It's about trusting the timing and staying present in the journey, even when you don't have all the answers. Another important aspect of staying open is reflection. Revelation doesn't always hit you like a lightning bolt. Sometimes it unfolds gradually, becoming clear only in hindsight. Taking time to reflect on your experiences, your choices, and your growth allows you to see the patterns and connections that point to deeper truths. Journaling, meditation, or simply pausing to think can help you process what you've learned and prepare you for what's next. Community plays a vital role in staying open to revelation. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage growth, challenge your thinking, and inspire you to keep seeking can amplify your capacity for insight. Shared experiences, conversations, and collaboration can often reveal truths you might have missed on your own. Revelation is not just a personal journey, it's also a collective one. Ultimately, staying open to continuous revelation is about living with an attitude of expectancy. It's about believing that life has more to teach you, that growth is always possible, and that each new insight is a stepping stone to something greater. Revelation is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. When you stay open, you honor the process, embrace the journey, and position yourself to receive the wisdom and clarity that are waiting for you. Life is an unfolding story, and revelation is the thread that weaves meaning into every chapter. Stay open, stay curious, and stay willing to grow. The more you embrace the process of continuous revelation, the more you'll discover the endless possibilities that await you.